Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Empowered Gems Tarot. My name is Melissa. This channel used to be called Tarot by Melissa, so if you've been searching for me under that name, then you are in the right place. Today's video is going to be answering the question, what will be your next job? So for those of you that are out there currently looking for a new role or trying to manifest in some sort of a new job opportunity, what we're going to be looking into is what that job that's up next for you will look like. So we'll look into the qualities, the characteristics, what type of work you'll be doing, maybe even where you'll be working, and all of that good stuff. Getting into our disclaimers, keep in mind that this is a general reading that is put out there for collective consumption on YouTube. It is not a personal reading that is specifically tailored to your unique energy and your unique circumstances. So as you're viewing your selected reading here, if you find that any of these messages feel a little bit confusing to you, or they feel like they don't really resonate with your specific situation, chances are that's a sign that it's not your message. So best practice, if it doesn't apply, let it fly, take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind. And if you guys did want to book a personal reading with me, all the details on how you can book one through my website will be linked in the description box down below. All right, so let's go ahead and select your reading. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, the way that these work is you're going to choose from one of these three reading options that we have here today. You're going to pick the one that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to when you're thinking about our question, which is, what is your next job? So if you're drawn to group number 1, we'll be working with the Flame archetype. If you're drawn to group 2, we will be working with the Siren archetype. And if you're drawn to group number 3, we will be working with the Starborn archetype. So I want you all to take a deep breath. Think about your next job and what you need to know about it. Go ahead and select the card that you're feeling the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box below to find the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you there. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Flame archetype card, this will be your message, and we're going to be looking into your next job. So what I'm going to be looking for in this reading today is just like the qualities and characteristics of the next new job that you'll be stepping into, the next new position, new role, new career path, whatever your situation is. Okay, so starting us off, we have the archetype of the Flame. And we also have Mars energy coming through here as well. So group 1, your next new job is definitely something that you feel very passionately about. This is something that I think you probably already know what this is connected to, because there's all of this fiery energy here, which is about our passion. Okay, and I feel like maybe some of you guys leading up to this point, maybe you have been feeling almost like your passion has been stifled where you're currently at, because the Flame is about protecting that spark, protecting that flame. And so I think something is going to come along for you, or you're moving into a new role that you already know about, where that spark is being reignited here. Mars energy is also kind of echoing this message of passion, excitement, drive, and energy being put into something. So I do think that whatever you guys are doing will require you to exert a lot of effort, but I feel like it's something that's very naturally exciting to you. So it may not feel like you're overly exerting yourself, if that makes sense. You know how like when you're doing a job that you don't really love and you have to put in a lot of effort, it can feel like really heavy to us. This is not that. This feels like something that you love doing, and so the work is going to come very effortlessly to you. The drive, the energy you have to put into it will just come naturally to you. So from the archetype cards, we have the Servant card. We also have the energy of the Priest being here as well. So this could be my spiritual pile. you guys are going to be doing work that has to do with being of service to others. So some type of service provider. And with the priest energy, this is spiritual in nature. So facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So some of you guys could be channeling messages from spirit, messages from source, ancestors, loved ones, for clients. It almost feels like mediumship energy that I'm getting here, or some sort of spiritual work that this group will be doing. So let's keep going, group one. What will be group one's next new role? Please, Spirit, tell us a little bit more. We have the Temperance card. Ooh, and then we also have the Page of Wands. Beautiful energy. There could also be a business partnership involved in this as well, where you're kind of like partnering together with someone else that is also committed to a goal. And the Four of Wands is about setting the foundation for something. Okay, so you guys could be partnering, going into business with another person here. Now, the one thing that I do see with this, you guys, with the Temperance card is I don't really think that this is going to be a situation that necessarily takes off really quickly overnight, which I think is why with the flame energy, we're being called to kind of like protect that flame. Because if you get into a position where you are doing too much or trying to force something to happen faster than it's ready to, you do run the risk of burning yourself out. Okay, so this is going to be a situation with Temperance that's going to come into flow in divine timing for you. I think a lot of you guys as well, even though there's a lot of passion in this job or this career path for you, I think that a lot of you are craving a more chill sort of vibe when it comes to work. I think you are craving more balance in your life when it comes to work. It also could be for some of you guys, if you are partnering with someone on this work, that you and this person, you guys may have like a similar goal in mind, but you could have different approaches to it. Like we have someone here that's more practical and grounded in their approach, and the other person that's more intuitive and emotional in their approach. But these two things can actually work really well together to create harmony, right? Because especially if this is about starting a business, you're going to need the practical and the spiritual to be balanced. We have the Page of Wands as well. So this is going to be something where I think you're going to start like one step at a time. You guys might start with like one kind of creative project or creative endeavor connected to this work that's going to breathe kind of like a life, breathe fresh air sort of into your work life at this time. And it's exciting. It's generating a lot of excitement and passion for you with your career. But again, this that I'm channeling here looks like it's kind of the first beginning steps to aligning yourself with something that you feel really passionately about, okay? So let's keep going, group one. What is this next new role that group one is moving into? We have money matters. Money matters a lot now. Watch your expenses and save up for the future. You need to be prepared for the unexpected. Okay. We have relationships, business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. Okay. Yes. I definitely feel like there's definitely somebody else that I think you guys are going to be going into this partnership with. There is a message coming through here from Spirit around like the financials with this situation. So, I think just being really mindful of what you're spending, and with temperance, doing so in moderation here is being highlighted. There's also an energy of like anticipating the unexpected, right? So I think that part of this is going to be planning, right? Like you and this partner planning for like anything that could potentially happen. Okay. And just kind of ironing out those details in advance. So that way, if and when those situations arise, you kind of already have agreed on a roadmap by which we're going to handle the matter, you know? Let's keep going, group one. We have healing. Yeah, I think you're going to be doing some sort of healing work. Like there's something about being of service to others and providing healing services that may be spiritual in nature here. I think this group, I think that there is a couple of different scenarios in this group, pile one. I think there are some of you that are doing more kind of like practical healing work, like maybe working in the medical field or doing something where you're on your feet all day. But there is kind of like a spiritual or an emotional side to this. Whereas for others of you, I think the work is more spiritual in nature. And there's like a need to have like a more practical, grounded approach to this infused into the work you're doing. It's a couple different things that I see here. But there's definitely like the work is healing. I think it's healing to you, and I also think it's healing to the people you're serving. Then we have good cheer. So yeah, this is something that's bringing in like a breath of fresh air, and it's making you guys feel just like really happy. This is like a very lighthearted energy as it pertains to career and like the day-to-day. Okay. Closing messages for group one as it pertains to their career, please, Spirit. This next new job for group number one. We have surrounded by prosperity. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. Beautiful energy. We also have be insightful and established. Ground and rebalance your energy. Bring your awareness into the now rather than allowing it to occupy the past or the future. Yeah, so I think this is just going to be you guys kind of stepping into this new experience, taking things really one step at a time, okay? There's a lot that Spirit is saying that you guys can do with this work, you and this business partner, or even just you on your own. But there is a need to focus on the here and now and really live in the present instead of being too worried about what's going to happen or what's the future of this situation going to be. Just really taking it one step at a time and allowing your passion to really guide you forward. All these bright colors are telling me that this is something that's bringing a lot of cheer and a lot of joy into your life, group number one. With regard to timeframes here, we do have temperance, which can be Sagittarius season, so that could be significant. We also have fire energy here, Mars energy. So that could be Scorpio season, Aries season. So timelines of significance for some of you. So comment below, group 1, if this reading did resonate with you. I would love to hear about what you think your next new job is going to be and how this aligns with that. And if you do want to continue to support my work, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be updated when I post new readings. And I'll see you there. Bye. Hey, group 3, if you guys selected the Siren archetype card, this will be your reading. Today we're going to be looking into your next new job, so kind of looking into the next job or career move that you guys are making. Keep in mind, this is a general collective reading on YouTube, so the messages may not resonate with everybody. So if this message feels confusing or it doesn't really fit with what you know your situation to be, then it's probably not your message, okay? So what is the next job that you guys are moving into? So we start off here with the energy of the Siren, and then we also have the energy of the 12th house, introspection. So I kind of feel like this group is going to be doing something that is very much like in the shadows, maybe in private, in the dark. Both of these cards sort of give me an energy of like being in some sort of place or a space where it's not necessarily something that's really out in the open, if that makes sense, okay? The Siren energy could be really literal, right? You guys could be doing some type of work where you are literally the Siren and you are like a seductress or a temptress of some sort. Like sex work is coming to mind. So for some of you, it could be something within that field. But it doesn't necessarily have to be, right? That's maybe just for like a select few of you. It could be for more. More metaphorically speaking, the Siren is about kind of luring, right? It's about kind of attracting things to you, using your art of seduction and your ability to persuade and allure to others, okay? 12th house energy can also talk about the subconscious. So I'm thinking of like mental health as well. There could be something connected to that field for some of you. But for a lot of you guys, it just feels like you're doing some sort of work that's more hidden. It's not necessarily something that's super out in the open that people are going to be super aware of. It's not something that's super exposed, okay? So let's take a look at these archetype cards next. So we have the energy of the victim. And we also have the energy of the addict. Wow. Okay, group 2. I almost feel like this group, with whatever this is, you feel very stuck in it. Like there's something about it that I think is, I don't know if I want to use the word addict. I mean, there could be something with addiction that's connected to this type of work for some of you, but it's more the energy of something that's kind of keeping you in this place because there's some sort of like attachment to it, right? Like when we think of the archetype of an addict, this is talking about allowing an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. So I feel like a lot of you guys actually do not want to be doing whatever this work is, okay? But something about it kind of keeps you stuck in it because you're getting something out of it that is filling a need that you have. Okay, so let's keep going and see what else Spirit has to say. Group number 2. I'm already like feeling, I don't know, I feel bad, group 2, because I feel like Spirit is picking up on probably like a current situation that you guys are in versus something new, but we're going to keep flowing with this message and just see what else they have to say to you, because I do think that there is a way out of this situation. if you don't want to be in it. We just need to see what that is. Group number 2. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit, about this job. Okay, so we have cutting ties and we have fast changes coming through. So you may need to leave your current position and look for something better. Ending a job doesn't mean burning bridges. Go with grace. Yeah, I think a lot of you guys are wanting to quit this job. But there's like an energy of feeling disempowered to do so with that victim card being here. Yeah, see, we have this energy of kind of grinning and bearing it right now. But I do see that this group is wanting to leave this situation and find something else. We do have fast changes. You'll be leaving a job suddenly or getting one very quickly, or your work may change dramatically in a short time. Go with the flow. Yeah, so there is something coming through about change for you guys. So something's going to be happening here where either I think you guys are going to be leaving whatever the situation is, or you're going to be offered something else really quickly. There could also be a change in circumstances here that kind of push you to make a change. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of my group 2s are just going to quit because you're just sick of it. All right, let's see. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. What is this new job coming through for group number 2? We have the High Priestess. Okay, this is really interesting because the 12th house and the High Priestess is giving me a very spiritual energy. 12th house, again, it's the subconscious. It's the things that are hidden. It's what's within us. Okay, and the High Priestess is spiritual in nature, right? So I think a lot of you guys could actually be moving into, we have this energy here of the Siren. Clearly, you guys are still in whatever this type of work is, but I think that what you're wanting to do, or what maybe you've already started creating for yourself, is something to do with spirituality. Or again, it's some type of role where you can be on your own, to yourself. Something more introverted in nature. And you know what, you guys? I do think that even if you resonated with this Siren energy in a job that you currently have that you're trying to get out of, right? Like maybe some of my group 2 viewers are in a job where they have to use like their physical body or their like seductress sort of traits to do their work. You're trying to get out of this. I actually think that this skill can apply to whatever the new thing is that you're looking for outside of this type of work, right? Because again, the Siren is about, let me read about it to you guys from the guidebook. It's the temptress, the seducer, the femme fatale. Okay, so what we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the Siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. You see, so this skill can be applied to the spiritual work that you guys are wanting to do, right? It's just going to manifest and be used or channeled a little bit differently than the way you're using it now. Okay, so we also have the Eight of Swords here, and this Eight of Swords is definitely kind of aligning with this victim energy. What I'm really noticing here, you guys, is the credit card that's chained to his leg. It's making me feel like whatever you're kind of stuck in right now, you're stuck in it because of like the money, or maybe there's something about like credit card debt or just debts in general that are keeping you in this job. Because I feel like it probably pays you really well, but I definitely can see that it's not aligned to your values anymore. It's not something that you guys want to be doing, okay? But you do feel, Spirit is saying that you are feeling I think, a bit restricted at this time. I'm going to pull, we have a few more cards, but I want to pull one more of these because I feel like group 2, we're getting a lot of like where you're currently at, and I want to see where you're going. So I just want to pull one of these to see what advice Spirit has for you with regard to cutting ties and moving into something else before we get into the rest of our cards. Can we get some advice, please, Spirit, for group number 2 with regard to this situation? We have great match. You're on the verge of finding the perfect work for you. Don't give up. You may need to grow your own business to be truly happy. Yeah. It might be that you guys need to start your own business. And that's the answer to this question right now. Maybe it's your own business, like doing something from home, working from home, or for some of you guys, it maybe isn't just spiritual type of work, but I could see you guys doing like therapy with the 12th house for people, or maybe you're helping people who have addictions as well. And that's the type of work you're doing. Maybe it's something that you can do virtually from home. Yeah, see, we have health coming through as I'm shuffling. So what is pile 2's next new job, please, Spirit? Can you tell us a little bit more? We have best possible decision. Okay. I think that Spirit is definitely supporting you guys and getting out of where you're at. Okay. And I think that you will be guided to make the decision to walk away in divine timing when the timing feels right to you. Okay. We also have authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Yeah, it's time for you guys to seek out the type of work that feels authentic to you, to who you are, to your values, your principles, your standards. Okay, because where you're at, I think, is very, it just might feel kind of toxic to you, or just feels like kind of dark and heavy for you. There's something here about traveling as well. So for some of you guys, I'm seeing it here as well. There could be a need to travel, to take a trip, to just kind of like step away from the situation for a little while so you can kind of like clear your head and plan your next move. Because I do think that Spirit is saying like, there's no need to like drastically make any drastic changes. Like, don't burn your bridges, because the thing is, you never know when you're going to need support from maybe like a current boss or a coworker. And so you want to make sure that you're leaving in good standing from wherever this is, even if it is something that you hate. Okay. So group number 2. Closing messages of advice for group 2 as it pertains to their next job, please, Spirit. We have clearing the excess. You're entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or your physical space. So I think what's next for you guys is a period of transition. I'm not necessarily seeing the specifics around like, you know, what the new job is exactly. I do think that you all have an interest here in healing, in spiritual work, maybe helping others who have addictions or who are struggling with something in their lives. But Spirit is saying that this is a transitional phase that's next for you when it comes to your career. And the way that you're going to prepare for it is through decluttering. So maybe it's decluttering literal stuff. Maybe it's decluttering something with your physical body, your mental health with the 12th house. I do think that taking a trip is probably something that could be very cleansing for your energy at this time. But it feels to me that you are being divinely guided to cut ties with what you're currently doing so that you can step into a role that feels more authentic to who you are, group 2. So I feel bad, you guys, because I know that you probably came to this like really wanting to know what the next job is, but sometimes I can't control the message that Spirit wants to deliver. And it feels like the message that they're delivering to you is really around preparing for transition at this time, okay? So if this did resonate with you, group 2, I would love to hear from you in the comments. So let me know what has been happening in your career and how you feel like this lines up to your current circumstances. And if you do want to continue to support my work, please do consider subscribing to my channel and make sure that you hit bell notifications as well so that you'll know when I update the channel or upload new content. See you in the next one. Bye. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you guys were drawn to the Starborn archetype card, this is going to be your message about your next new job. So we're going to try to get a look into the next new job or career move for you of significance. So I'm going to be looking to get some qualities and characteristics of what this role may look like or what this next chapter may look like for you. So the Starborn is a really interesting energy to start us off with because this energy is kind of about giving birth to something new. It's an egg, right? And I'm noticing in this card that the egg is kind of cracked. So it's almost like on the precipice of hatching. So whatever is next for you guys, I feel could be something that is like a kind of tied to like a creative idea that you have, or it's some sort of a brand new experience that you're going to be stepping into. Okay. We have that energy of retrograde coming through as well. So I do think that this group has some sort of an idea. I think that you have something that you're interested in. And I do think that this group is maybe just like in the general sense looking for a rebirth as it pertains to their career, maybe looking to usher in new and fresh energy here. But with retrograde, what I kind of see coming through next for you guys is a period of review. Okay, so it could be that things feel like they're moving a little bit slower, or maybe we're going back to an idea that we've had where we kind of started to allow it to hatch metaphorically, but we didn't necessarily put a plan in place yet. We're reviewing something during this time, but retrogrades don't have to be bad because even though they signify maybe slower progress, the point of them is to make sure that you're tying up any loose ends so that you can be set up for success as you move forward. Okay. We have the hero heroine, passion for a journey of personal empowerment. Ooh, we also have the magical child, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. Wow. I think that, well, some of you quite literally could be working with children. That could be something that's connected to this next phase for you because we have a couple of cards that are indicating something with children. But the energy of this magical child is about like, it's like this beautiful, just whimsical belief, this almost childlike belief that you can do anything or be anything that you want to be. I don't know why. Do you guys remember? Why am I getting this? This is so random, but I'm hearing that quote, "Be all that you can be." Do you guys remember like back in the 90s, those military recruitment commercials? I don't know if someone here is like connected to the military and that's where I'm getting this from. I don't think that's what you guys are doing though. It could be part of where you're currently at maybe for some of you guys. And I do see this energy of like heroism that's tied to whatever your next step is. But yeah, I digress. There's something here about being able to kind of approach your career with a more childlike wonder and wanting to sprinkle more magic and positivity into what the work that you're doing. Okay. like this little fairy, it's like I feel you guys really want to be free. Even here with the hero heroine, I think you all are really craving like freedom, the ability to kind of fly around and be where you want to be when you want to be there. Okay. With the hero heroine, there could be something connected to this next step for you that has to do with empowering others, or maybe like saving others in some capacity. Rescuing energy is coming through. There could be a partnership connected to this as well, like wanting to partner with someone to do this work. There's like a physical fitness attribute to this work as well, okay? But this does talk about passion for a journey of personal empowerment. So it could be connected to empowering yourself. It could be connected to empowering others. Okay, so let's see what else Spirit has to say, group 3. I already feel like this reading is so like random right now. So what else, Spirit, does group number 3 need to know about their next job? Yeah, it's like you guys want to just climb, you know, maybe even have something that's a little bit more challenging than where you're at right now. We have renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. What is group 3's next new job, please, Spirit? Fast changes. You'll be leaving a job suddenly or getting one very quickly, or your work may change dramatically in a short time. Go with the flow. We do have this undertone of wealth. You're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. Okay, so you guys are definitely being guided at this time by Spirit to like take some time off. And I think that's where this retrograde energy is coming from. I feel like you guys have been maybe feeling a bit stressed with your work, or just feeling like maybe you've just been feeling a little depressed or pessimistic about it, because we do have this energy here with the magical child of like pessimism, depression, believing that, you know, what you want can't happen where you're at. But Spirit is saying like what's next with regard to your career, it's about like taking a break. Okay, so maybe you guys need to take a vacation or just take a little bit of time off here. Maybe like getting out in nature or traveling or going somewhere where you can kind of get off the grid and disconnect from this, like where you're currently at, is going to be helpful, because it's going to allow you to review things more level-headedly when you're not like stuck in the situation right now. There definitely is something that's changing for you, for sure. There's a lot of things listed here, but I'm really being drawn to this rabbit. Okay, so again, this is connected to fertility. This is connected to creativity. There is something here about you guys having a creative idea that you would like to action on, or just like craving more creativity and freedom, and maybe just faster paced energy in your day-to-day. Okay, so let's just keep going. Tell us a little bit more, please, Spirit. What is this new job that group 3 is moving into? Kind of similar to group 2. I feel like we're getting more of an energy of where you're at now versus where you're going. It's actually like a little bit of both. Okay. Group 3's next new job, please, Spirit. Whew. What is it? We have the Judgment card. We have the High Priestess coming through as well. And we have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, there's something with travel connected to this new job. And I do think this new opportunity is coming in pretty quickly for you guys. It's either you're going to take, like, you're either going to decide to just action and go after something quickly, or something new is coming your way quickly. Something with travel is connected to this. This next new job or career opportunity for you guys could be something that you've already done before. Okay, because we have this energy of judgment, which can be about wanting a second chance with something. So maybe this is about moving forward with a second chance with whatever job you currently have, and just kind of taking some of these new approaches that we're discussing here. This could also, though, be talking about something older from the past that's up for a second chance again. But regardless, like, I do think that you guys are having a wake-up call moment right now, because I do feel that there is a restless energy with your career. There's something about where you're at that is not making you feel happy. It doesn't have the magic, the sparkle that you're looking for, the sense of adventure that I think you're craving. I don't know, you guys. I don't know that this is giving us where you're going yet. I think that this is just confirming that you've got some sort of creative idea, or you've got qualities and characteristics in mind that you think would be best aligned with you. And Spirit is like confirming that you're on the right track with those ideas. Okay. But I think what is up next has to do with you reviewing and making a decision about where you're going to go next. And with the High Priestess energy, this is about like kind of withdrawing your energy, similar to the retrograde, very similar to the renewal. And it's like less is more. So I see you guys like maybe putting less emphasis onto whatever it is that you don't like at this time, kind of keeping a low profile, but also honoring and listening to your intuition, because big changes are coming for you. Or maybe something already has happened for some of you. I do think that something is coming through with travel. Look at this. We also have this card, the Knight of Wands. Passionate, freedom-loving, jack of all trades. This is what you guys want. I think that you guys need to be in a role where you can be like out and about and like have some variety to do different things every day instead of just sitting behind a computer with that High Priestess. Okay. What else, please, Spirit? What is this new job or path for group 3, please? We have energy. A light inside my fire divine, energy fill me, make me shine. Yeah. You're being called to move into something that really energizes and excites you, okay? We have love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Doing work that you love. You know, in this case, we're talking about career, right? So manifesting work that you love with this magical child. Look, we also have fertility. So there's a lot, again, this is like another message about giving birth to something new. Let new life be all about. Whatever is next for you guys, group 3, it's also about cultivating the life that you want. We have new beginning here too. And then we also have best possible direction or best possible decision, right? So there's, what is next for you guys is making a decision. Like, am I gonna act on this creative idea that I have? Am I going to give where I'm at a second chance and look at it a little bit differently than how I've been looking at it now? I feel inside indecision with what you want to do, group 3. Let's see. Group 3's next new job. Please, Spirit. What else? We have diving to new depths. There's a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what is really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what it is you're feeling about your current situation. Yeah. We also have persistent drive. See what you desire and move toward that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. I think that right now, Spirit is not telling us the next new job because they're saying that you still have some work to do around understanding what you want and how to get there, okay? They're saying that you guys are looking at this situation on a surface level right now, and you might be missing like the deeper issue that's bothering you about it. And I think that's why we have this judgment energy, because I do feel that for some of you guys, with a new and fresh perspective, you could be able to like revive where you're currently at. Okay? Or you may decide that it's not the right fit and you could move forward with something new. But Spirit is wanting you to really like pull back your energy, take a vacation, take some time off, and just kind of sit and reflect and really try to understand where your doubts, your fears, maybe your boredom is really coming from, okay? And they're also telling you to really reflect on your purpose. You know, what is your purpose? What are you looking for out of your career? For some of us, you guys, our purpose is not our career. I think that there is kind of this, I don't want to say toxic, but there is a belief out there that like your career is supposed to be your life purpose. That is not always the case for all of us, right? You know, there are some people that I know who their purpose is to be like a mother or a parent. Even thinking about that movie Soul, I feel like if you guys have not seen the movie Soul, you should watch it because it talks about this idea of purpose, where the main character in that movie is a music teacher when we meet him. And he just kind of feels like his life is blah because he wanted something bigger. He wanted to be like a famous, renowned musician, right? And really his purpose was in those little moments of just living his life day to day and creating a beautiful life for himself. And so I think for this group, you guys could be putting a lot of pressure on yourselves around like, my career has to be my purpose. And maybe it is, but also maybe it's not. Maybe some of these things that you guys are craving can be achieved through a different way. You know what I mean? Whew. So group 3, I feel like I just yapped a lot. And kind of similarly for group 2, I kind of feel like Spirit did not give us a very clear answer about what's next. What I can tell you is what's next is a period of reflection, a period of review and renewal. I think a lot of you guys are going to be taking a vacay, but I do think that there's something coming through around like fast changes once you've had a moment to reflect. Some of you guys could be traveling for work coming up soon too. I'm just not clear that this is like a new job. It feels like a lot of you guys are deciding like, do I want to stay where I'm at or do I want to go somewhere else? So comment below, group 2. If this message did resonate with you, I would love to hear what's been going on with you in career. And if you all do want to continue to support my work, please do subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever I post the next reading. And I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.